You know what? I decided to become live again just to say one final word, and that is several words, really. But you know what? Before I started the live stream, before the other one, I was feeling quite generous and I was going to upload some nice videos that you guys would like a lot. The universe really doesn't want me to do this, huh? You know what? I'm not gonna do it now because I'm not awesome. Because like I say, I'm not rewarding assholes. So they've just ruined it for everyone. So give them a big round of applause and a big thank you to the arseholes who insist on disrespecting me, because they've made me not be generous anymore. They made me not want to be generous anymore. I was feeling in a good mood and generous until they came along and started being arseholes. So everybody has to suffer. But for my actual true fans, if they want to see more content from me, they can become patrons on my Patreon, and I will be uploading stuff there. But as for YouTube, I think I'm gonna take a break for a while until the new year. Possibly. But I'm not having anyone ruin my Christmas for me and my Christmas month, my Christmas season. Nobody's gonna be ruining it. So I've decided I'm not going to be uploading. I'm not going to be streaming in particular, but I'm not going to upload now because all the assholes have just ruined it for everyone. And yeah, I know it was just one person, but it takes one. It only takes one to absolutely spoil the bunch. So a big round of applause to whatever the fuck his name was. I don't know his name. I'm sure I recognize him from something. He's probably one of my stupid piece of crap garbage enemies. He's probably one of the kids from the other end of Church Street. Oh, where's my tea? So I just wanted to say that before I start live streaming. I may do it in the new year, but I won't if I continue to be treated with such disrespect. Because I don't need to take this. My mum always said she doesn't know why people on the internet put up with being bullied or whatever. She says they could always just leave. It's not like in real life you can just leave. Now I know most people would probably think, oh yeah, that's defeatist and you're quitting and whatnot. But I think for a lot of people, their own sanity is more precious than whether they are defeated or not. I think I'd rather just be defeated and just give up and have a nice, quiet, happy, calm, relaxing life rather than a load of stress. So, there's been a lot of times where I thought, I'm going to stop doing this and I'm going to stop role playing. I'm just going to stop going on Facebook or going online. And when I have decided to do this and I have actually carried it out, I've been the happiest and the most calm and the most freaking sane. But when I deal with the more people I deal with, the less sane I become, the more angry, like permanently angry I become, more annoyed. So, for my own sanity, I might just stop for a while. I'm not giving up completely, but I probably will be taking breaks if this keeps happening. It's really annoying. It's not really defeatist as such, but, like I say, for my own sanity, I think it's best that I do. And of course, over the Christmas period, the 12 days which everybody's forgotten there is, 12 days of freaking Christmas, I shall not be touching the internet, not one bit. I might go on the computer only to do art and listen to music, and that's going to be it. But I'm not going to be talking to a soul, because people are bad for the soul. They ruin everything. You know how people go crazy? I'm convinced that the only reason why there are crazy people in this world is because they've had too much of other people who are just assholes to them, probably. I think people make other people crazy. People would probably be quite sane and probably quite healthy. They'd probably have no health problems, no stress. People would probably be quite well off if they just didn't bother with other people. That's what I think. Doris Day had the right idea. I have, but you know, you get the odd arsehole that spoils the batch, don't you? I've met some nice people as well as bad people, but it's the nasty bastard arseholing nasty people. They're the ones that ruin everything. They actually have more impact than the people who are actually nice and friendly. It's a fact. I think most people would testify to the fact that the arseholes ruin it. They just ruin it for everybody. Because they're the ones that make you stressed out, make you want to tear your freaking hair out. So, yeah. So I don't think there's any such thing as the right people. I don't think I've met one right person yet. Even if they are nice to you, they're only trying to use you, aren't they? So, I guess. No. Not in real life. Although I will admit, people online, I've met more nice people online than in real life. And, you know, most people say, like my mum will say, you know, all the people online are weirdos and stuff like that. Well, I find that these weirdos are actually nicer than people in real life. These weirdos. As I've told you guys before, the people I've met via sort of online, you know, like via dating websites and shit, they've actually been nicer than the people I've met sort of in real life, and we've exchanged contact details. And then instead of wanting to meet up like in a mutual place like I have done with people online, they want me to automatically go to their place or come over to my place. And you know why they want to do that. And then they sort of lose interest when you say, you know, let's go out to have like a first date or whatever, like have coffee or lunch or something. Suddenly they're not interested then. But the people I met online have been more willing to do that and even meet my mum than the people that I've met actually in real life when I've been out and about. So, yeah. So I find the people online nicer. And they're not in the same room as you, so it's not awkward. Besides, I prefer to type. I don't like talking to people on phones. I don't really like doing those video chat things. I can just about tolerate this live streaming business because nobody to freaking interrupt me. People in the comment section. Do you know what? I feel like doing more live streams just to piss these people off, actually. I'm stubborn like that, you know. Rather than give up, I'd rather just, you know, keep going and just to piss them off. That's what I'd rather do. So I might just do that just to piss them off. I actually feel more like pissing my enemies off by being around more and doing all the things that they don't like. So the more they tell me not to dress a certain way or act a certain way or talk a certain way or, you know, like, you know, going on about how it's weird that I dress up and wear ears and shit, you know, the more I want to just do it more. I just want to do it more just to piss them off. Because I'm like, I'm not going to stop just because of you. That's what I feel like doing. But on the other hand, I feel like I just want to get away from them. I just want to disappear, you know, just have a break. But that would just be for a break, not for like permanently, like I'm quitting or giving up. I wouldn't like to do that, you know, permanently, but just have a break from assholes. You can call me boss. But I insist and I absolutely demand the utmost respect from people. And if what I do causes people to disrespect me, I'm just going to stop doing things for people then. The people that, you know, the things they want me to do. So the more people demand me to, like, show my belly and shit like that, the more I'm just going to not do it. But maybe if people just shut up and leave me alone, leave me the fuck alone, maybe I might feel more generous. But, like, I was feeling generous before that asshole started going, oh, you know, flash boomer. Like, I'm more likely to flash you, as you call it, if you're nicer to me. Implies that I'm old or some shit. Like, do I look old? Really? I don't think so. I look about... I can pass for freaking 17. I've been told I can pass for 17, so you're freaking wrong. I think this person's just a troll and just saying stuff just to deliberately piss me off. Well, yeah, it worked, but I'm not going to let you win. So you can just piss off, okay? You go to freaking hell. And never return. Like I say, if this was the old days, I would send these people off to be freaking hanged. Like, just for the slightest bit of disrespect that they show to me, I feel like hanging them. I do. I'm ruthless that way. I'm ruthless, I'm stubborn, I'm totally evil. I'm totally evil. I, like as Ava, it's a good thing I'm not in power because the things I would do to my enemies. You don't want to know. You don't want to freaking know, so you all better be, you better be happy that I'm not in charge in any way. Like, I'm not the queen. Apparently the queen has power to do whatever like that. If I was the queen, there'd be lots of hangings going on. There'd be off with the heads and all sorts. Oh my god. You're so lucky I'm not in charge. You and my enemies. But don't worry. Even though I'm not in charge, don't worry, you are going to be punished. Whether it might not be by me, it'll be by the big man upstairs. He will be punishing you just for the sin of pissing me off and for disrespecting me. He will be punishing you. Whether it be a little punishments, like throughout your freaking life, or one big freaking car crash. Let's hope. You won't die though. You won't die from something like that. You'll just feckin' suffer, that's all. I don't know. Maybe you get squashed a bit and you be paralyzed or something. I don't know. Ooh, it's a thrill talking like this. The thought of this shit happening to my enemies is quite... I like, you know, those kids that, you know, bully. They will get the same thing happening to them when they're old. You know, they've got their own homes and they have kids and stuff. Hopefully they'll end up like us in the same situation as us, where they're single parents with children and they get harassed by their neighborhood kids when, you know, when they find their own sort of homes and shit, their own neighborhoods. Hopefully they'll get harassed by kids so they can see the shit that they put us through. So we've been through all sorts of shit growing up. We've been through all sorts of shit, not just for them, you know, harassing us. It wasn't just them. We went through people reporting us for dog abuse, for animal abuse. When people reported us for child abuse. You know, my mum, they reported my mum for child abuse or neglect towards me growing up. I don't know why someone just decided that they don't like my mum, and there were vacation authorities that got involved. So we've had to sort of battle all these people for no reason at all. The kids harassing us. So hopefully these people will get the same stuff sort of happen to them when they get their own life, their own homes and their own kids and stuff. Hopefully that will happen to them. That will be the karma. I don't really want anybody to be in a car crash, by the way. That was just me talking out of anger. But something will happen, and I will. Unless I could hire people to just sort of keep an eye on these enemies of mine to see if bad things will happen to them. I don't know. But it's quite thrilling to talk about this stuff, even if I don't completely mean it. It'd be nice if I could be the one to dish out the punishment, though, somehow. People get these days way too soft. Well, a lot of times when people say I want to kill you or threaten people, you don't mean it, do they? It's just out of anger they're saying it because it makes them feel better. Venting does make you feel better. So that's why I wanted to do this live stream, because I wanted to vent. It doesn't necessarily mean I want anything really bad to happen to people. It'd be just nice if they maybe got a taste of their own medicine. Maybe they got bullied. See how they like it. Or disrespected in some way. Not that they'll equate it to what they did to me, but still. It doesn't matter. I'm not really that much full of hate. I don't really care. I don't really give a shit about these people, if I'm honest with you. Hey, I don't really care. I don't really give a shit about these people, if I'm honest with you. Better to focus on positive things. Yes, it is. Like, what? Oh no, it's back again. My ear. Let's see. Let's try. Can't think of anything. How's life? Okay, I suppose. I don't know really. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you how life is right now. It's like neither great, brilliant, but it's not bad either. I can't really complain that much. I do have things to be happy about, but I also have things that I'm not so happy about. Like, I. The happy things, of course, is my art, because I like doing my art and my music and my stories with my characters. That all. And my lovely fantasy world that I am creating with my characters. That really makes me happy. And then the not so, obviously it's like coming for Christmas, so that's happy. But the not so happy things are like the fact that I live in a mouldy damp house, my skin and my allergies are always flared up because of it. There's nothing we can do about it because, you know, there's nothing we can do about it because it's too expensive to get mold and damp removed. My mum refuses to move this from this house, so like I have to live with this mold and damp, and I have to live with really, really bad eczema, which I only keep on and under control, and then my eczema flares up real bad, and then I'm miserable for however long it is. Usually I end up giving in about like probably 4 or 5 days of having a break and end up start using it again. So that's not good. I seem to be stuck at one weight. I can't either lose weight or gain weight. It doesn't seem to want to shift either way. I can't seem to get my act together. I'm going up kind of late, and then I end up, I can't be asked doing anything. I know, it sounds horrible. Some of the things I'm expected to do, I really don't want to do, so I end up not doing it. Well, you thought about getting some medicine, plus you could save money to train, move to a new place. That's not possible. Heavy cream. I could just drink heavily. I could just become an alcoholic. I had to last week at some point. I can't remember if it was last week or 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, but I had lots of stress online last week in my roleplay accounts. So I ended up getting so stressed that I ended up having, I think it was 2 glasses of wine. I thought something's got to give. I've got to do something to relax. And being sober wasn't cutting it, so I had to. I don't get drunk often, so I decided I really, really wanted to get drunk this one time. Well, just to calm me down a little. And it did the trick, and I felt so much better after that. And then things just seemed to calm down overall. So sometimes I just need to do that, even if I don't become an actual alcoholic. It's okay, Blick. It's okay. My mood change from one day to the next. It's kind of annoying. But I wish I could get my act together a bit more. My life together a bit more. But no, I can't move house. Like I've told you before, I've got to be a carer for my mum. So I can't really go anywhere. So I'm just like kind of stuck here. So I've got to wait until some miracle happens and we either win a lottery or something. Oh, the alcohol, just be careful. I probably won't. I've already got dry skin and I'm pretty sure alcohol is very drying, so I don't really need that. I've been having a lot of oily fish lately, and I've been trying to drink more water so that I can hydrate my skin, because I really don't want to have super dry skin like I used to have. Yes. Stick to drawing. I will. I try and draw at least one picture every day because I'm trying to improve my art so that, because you know, I want to make that my sole career. And doing art. I don't just want to be an artist, you know. I want to actually do something with my characters, you know, like Disney did. Like, I don't want to just draw and that be it. I actually want to bring my characters to life by animating them and, you know, drawing comics and storyboards and shit. Look at this. What? Alright. Stress makes it worse. I use steroid cream. That's pretty good, I guess. Oh, I'd forgotten about these drawings. And here's one. Look at this big fat squirrel girl. I want to put my art on life on YouTube or Netflix. Yeah, I like to make animations or whatever. I'm not really good at animating. Not really good at animating. But if you want commissions, guys, by the way, I'm open for commissions. I can do these cartoony ones and I can also do real life ones, but obviously I have to have a photograph to go by. Sorry, the light's shit. That's the one, by the way, that I did. Sure. I know how to animate, but I have no idea how to make things move, if that makes sense. I know how to animate, though. That squirrel isn't fat and sexy. That's rubbish. I don't like it. Yeah, that's a commission I did for someone. And that's that one I did for that guy who was sharing my links, but then it was difficult. If you remember that, I did tell you about that. And I did that for Christmas. I was going to make it a centaur, but I thought, oh, it'll look cute as a normal deer. Cute. I did trace that again to do the centaur, but I wasn't really happy with it, so. Oh, look, isn't that cute? He's reaching out to hug someone. I like this. And this is good. I didn't mean to draw it like that, but this particular guy is not. He likes the picture, but now he wants me to redo it because he never told me in the beginning he wanted the feckin' thing feral, like that. You know, he wants it feral like that, but he's not told me, so he's assumed I'm going to redraw it for some reason. I didn't even realise. I'm not happy with that one either. Oh, and that one. It's one I did yesterday, but I'm not happy about the pose at all. And you know this one? Little Fluffs. I've shown that one before. Aren't they cute? They're cute. Lots of cute. Lots of mews. Lots of mews. They're adorable, aren't they? The little fluffs. The little fluffs. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? Be a boss, being fed and having his belly rubbed by two girls. That's him from behind. So I wanted to show off them. I'm not happy with the face, so I'll probably change that one. That one's only half. He can be a villain or a hero. Sure thing. I would like to work with somebody on my own comics and ideas. It would be nice to have help with that. For sure. An email address, which is royalrosewolf@snooty.net. Look at the big fat thing. So it started out like a rant video and I ended up showing my art. Fluffers. What does that say? Oh, Mr. Fluffles. The name was originally Fluffles, but it got changed to Fluffers. Sorry, this is probably the most complicated, it's probably the most confusing freaking video in the world. People have been more nicer to me on this stream, so of course it's going to be longer. It's only supposed to be a short video of me telling people off. Serve up dinner now, rice. So I'll probably do the rice now. So hurry up, quick. And remember, I don't mean what I said in the beginning about the really nasty, horrible things. There's venting, getting annoyed. It sure is nice to do that sometimes. And if you're unsure, I do have my email address in other descriptions of other live streams, so you can check that one out. I probably have it in my about section. Well, I'm not sure. If not, I shall update it to make sure it does have all my links, an email address, and all that sort of thing. Fine, you not gonna put anything on Patreon? I just said that I would. I'm not even sure about going offline, you know. Good. I will definitely be going online. I will definitely be going offline during Christmas. That's a given. But I might do other things between now and then. Maybe. But I will be putting things on Patreon. I just updated it last night, so I don't need to update it for a while, I guess. You know, for at least a little while. I don't know how often to update it, really. I suppose as much as I want. And also, if you guys want to support my artwork, I'll be doing another Patreon for that. I could just have the one I've got as a mixture of the two, the art and the photographs of myself. I could do both. So it'd be nice if more people became Patreons as well to support my art or weight gain. And the link to that is definitely in the description of the other live stream I did. I did most of my live stream descriptions, so it won't be hard to find the link to that one. But that one's pretty much patreon.com/royalrosewolf. It's dead easy. So, yeah. And royalrosewolf@snooty.net is the email address, and then there's PayPal as well. Again, they're all in the description of the last live stream I did. Because I gotta stop now because I gotta do food. At last. Yeah, serve up food. And then I get to relax for the evening, and then I can do some art later, maybe role playing. If I'm up for it. I think I have no choice. People are waiting. Just something called a tagine, rockin' tagine. It's not my favourite food at the moment. If I was gonna do a character based on you, what would you want he or she to do? I already come up with an idea on my head, but I want to hear your thoughts. Maybe I should listen to your thoughts first. But it would be nice if my character that you created could be maybe the character that I have already. I don't want to reveal it on the stream. Is it okay if I told you in an email or something instead? But it would be nice if it could be male. That would be nice. Maybe a villain. Sure is more exciting. Sure. Yay. That would be great. The problem is I don't know if your comic is furry or human, but my character is a furry, so it could be furry. I really much prefer doing furries than humans. But I mean, if anybody wanted to commission me to do humans, obviously I could do that. I'm not going to say no, definitely not. You thought about trying to do some animation on YouTube or Patreon? Well,
I'll have to make some animations first before I put them on there. I have done some animations. They're a bit rubbish at the moment. I'm still practicing. I don't get much time to do it. I've been doing more art lately, so I'm trying to put my I have a lot of art to do. I've got art that I need to colour and some commissions I need to do as well. So I don't really have too much time to animate, but I will find some time eventually to animate. The problem is once I've made the animations, I don't know how to make them into uploadable videos. It does have a thing that says save it as, like a GIF file, but when I've done that, it's just ended up blank, so it didn't really work. So I have no idea what I'm doing. So pretty much all I've been doing is when I've been doing the pressing play to see how it moves in the actual animation thing, I just press the on-screen recorder and I just record it with the on-screen recorder, and that's how I've been doing it lately. So I could show people, because I have no idea how to make it into a video file. Mine is more realistic, but does have supernatural stuff, but your character is kind of a furry. Can be. So a realistic comic, is it still like cartoony, or is it like realistic cartoony, or is it proper realistic? I don't know. I can't wait to do my stories and comics too. I'll probably draw them out on this. Alright, I think I'm going to stop now. I really have to finish food. I would like to stay and continue the chat, but I gotta go. Oh, I was wondering, by the way, how did you get into gaining, and also you're gaining furry art? Realistic cartooning, that's fine. How did I get into gaining weight? I don't know, I've been wanting to gain weight since I was a child. I hated being skinny as a child, and I always thought fat people looked way better than skinny people, and, you know, I really wanted to be like them, because I thought they always looked really hot. They really excited me as a child, which for most people would be, you know, getting turned on, but I did get turned on by fat people as a child, and I wanted to look like them and gain weight myself, but it was always difficult for me to gain as a child because I had the metabolism of a freaking gazelle, and obviously it would be fitting because I was really active as a child, so it was hard for me to gain weight. So I've been wanting to gain weight since I was like 4 or some shit, and I've been drawing since I was like 4, and I've always drawn fat people, and, you know, I like drawing fat furries. If you're wondering how I became a furry, it was when I was 14 and I discovered by accident a furry website, and I looked at a picture of a furry and thought, oh my god, they look magnificent. What are they? And I didn't know they were called furries, but I delved more into the website, and I didn't know they were called furries, but I delved more into the website and I discovered they were called furries, and I said, I want to be one of them. I want to be one of them. So I decided to make my very first furry character. Before then, I was more like a normal animal. My character was a normal animal, or as in the furry community, it's called feral, which means animal on 4 legs. So I was always a normal animal, but that could speak maybe on my characters. And my characters from feral to furry have always been fat, but I've always been skinny. I just started to gain weight when I was a teenager, but I lost the weight deliberately. There was one point where I lost it by accident, and then I lost it deliberately. And then it was hard to gain it back again until I was like in my 20s, and then I started gaining weight again, which is really hard because the slightest thing I'd lose it all again. So if I put on any little bit of weight, it would be all lost by usually getting ill or something. So it was really hard to keep weight on. But I always felt like fat people were like really awesome and more impressive than thin ones. I always, since being a child, equated like being skinny with being weak and poor and starving and stuff like that, and being fat with being more successful. And like, I always got hogging all the food for yourself and making other people sort of, you know, go without and starve. So I'm quite a freaking masochist, you know. I always had like these masochistic fantasies, but I might be saying too much. So it's been sort of a mixture of fat fetish and sadistic fetishes and others. I have a lot that and that's all that sort of stuff's in my book and my comics and stuff. Sick as hell. Yeah, I love fat guys. I freaking love them. They really excite me. I love them. Whenever I go out, I'm always looking for fat guys to ogle. And I hope that one day I can have a fat husband, that I get a fat husband. I'd really like to be with a fat guy. That would be amazing. It would be a dream come true for me. I think that's the ultimate goal, is to be with a fat guy, big, huge, enormous fat guy. Oh, I'd love that. As for girls, if I was to be with a girl, like, I'm not gay or anything, or technically bisexual, but if I was to get with a girl, I prefer, I kind of like couples where the man is big and fat and the girl is slim. I kind of like that. I'm not really fond of the opposite way around, or two big people together. I'm more a fan of a fat guy with a slim girl. So if I was to get with a girl, I would want to be like the husband, and I'd want to be the fat one in the relationship, and they'd be, because in my opinion, the dominant one is always the fat one, and the more submissive one is always the thin one. Like I say, I've told you before that being thin or skinny represents being more weaker and more submissive in my eyes, which is why I couldn't stand being skinny when I was a kid. Because, like I say, it made me feel very weak and like I was not dominant. Hello? Right, well, I'm pouring up now. It's okay. I'm pouring up now. Alright then. I'll see you in a bit then. Oh, great. Now I don't know what I was saying now. Thanks for that, Mum. Okay, so I need the rice. Did Mum agree that she preferred the white rice or the brown rice? I get the brown rice as usual. Not a big fan of it, but I can't believe my last live stream was a big unsuccess, and this one's more of a success. Of course, I have to make it really late. Of course, I want to keep live streaming. It's encouraging. What do I do now? Rice. We've got rice. I think that's the problem. Maybe it's because I'm having this rice and I'm not really a big fan of this rice. I don't know. Maybe I should have the white rice. I'm not really a huge fan of the brown rice, but I know it's better for you. Okay, so... What a darn shame I was interrupted now. I can't remember what I was going to say. It's so annoying. That's so very annoying. After... I do like to be referred to as the boss here and wherever, because my character is a mafia boss, so... Yeah. I feel to be the guy in a relationship if I was with a girl. And the girl would have to be slim and I could be the fat one. If I was to be with a guy, I wouldn't care, really. Either way, I'd like him to be fat, whether I'm fat or not. I'd still like him to be fat. And like I say, I hope one day that I end up with a big fat guy. I don't know if I could be with a girl. I'm not sure. Girls don't seem to like me, so I'm not sure about that. It's confusing
So I guess I have to pick. It's gotta be hard for bisexuals, you know. Unless they're fecking polyamorous or something, it would be very hard. The title of this seems scary. I hate the thought of. That's not what was intended by the title. When I said one final word, I just meant like for the evening, for today. The one final word was me, you know, saying I was going to rant about something. So I was ranting. So it was supposed to be a really short live stream ranted. It was only supposed to be a few, like 4, 5, maybe 10 minutes long, really. It was just a final. It was a final word of the evening. Not forever or for a long time. The title seems scary. It wasn't meant to be scary. It was supposed to be just me just having a rant. I didn't know what to call a live stream except just one final word. You feel. Ugh. I don't want to feel skinny. I really don't give a shit if it's me. I wouldn't want to be the skinny one in a relationship. Like I say, I'd feel small and weak. I'm dominant, as you guys know. I'm not submissive in the least. I mean, it would take some really special guy to make me want to submit to him. But I wouldn't mind being in a relationship with a big fat guy. I would really, 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 really like that. But I would still be the dominant one. I don't mind him being kind of dominant as long as he doesn't try and dominate me or control me. Like if we were equals or something. That'd be fine. If I was to be with a guy, I want him to be okay with me having slaves, though. And someone being okay with me being polyamorous or something. Because I think it would be quite hard to be with just a person, unless they're everything you could ever want. And that's really hard to find. Why is there an alarm going off? Yep, well that'd be right, wouldn't it? That would be typical. This live stream is a bit more successful than the last one, and I really have to go. So typical. I've got 7 views and more nice people on here. It's so annoying. Anyway, hey, I would really like to see what you look like. And also, how old are you? I'd like to know more about you and other people that watch my live streams. Just real quick before I go, just tell me, are you old, young, are you huge? You're gonna show me a picture on Instagram. I want to see if you're huge. I want to see how big and fecking fat you are. I bet you're absolutely perfect. You. Please don't leave us. I don't know what any of my fans on here look like. Let's say 2 girl fans on here, and they don't come on much. And one of them claims to be more dominant role, so that wouldn't be no good for me. I've got to get a submissive girl, you know. And she'd have to be cool with being with my male character, because I don't do no girl on girl shit. I just want to be, if I was going to be a girl, I would want to be a male, like I say. I want to be the male counterpart, because opposites are really cool. Really cool. I'm going to have to dry these. I've got to hurry because Mum's going to kill me because I'm so late with food now. And I would really, really, really like to have dessert. What do I have for dessert? I do have a pudding, but I'm just wondering, my mum would probably want the pudding, wouldn't she? I don't think I've got anything. Oh, that's tragic. That's tragic. Oh, man. Do I not have anything? We didn't have that chocolate cake that's been there for freaking weeks. I'm not sure if it's okay still. I suppose I could have the pudding and maybe, and then I'll just buy some more for Mum when I next go. Sorry about that. How fat am I? I don't know, I'm 10 stone. Oh, he's 20, he's really young. Oh god, I'd be the older woman. That is a scary thought. That's another thing. If I'm in a relationship with someone, I don't want to be the older woman. Because that just makes me feel so old. Makes me feel so old. These are wolf ears actually, but I like to mew. I like to mew. Corey's 34. How freaking fat are you? How freaking fat are you? Where are all my big, fat, huge, enormous fans? Check your instant messages. Oh, now I've got 8 views. Oh, that's great. It's too bad I'm gonna have to go. We'll upload those videos for you guys then. Okay, where'd Fat Boy go? Let's focus out on how all my subjects are going to please me for a change. Where is the damn serving up spoon? Oh, there it is. Damn. 9. Now we've got 9. Oh, 8 again. 300. 300's pretty good. It's pretty fat. It's pretty fat. Corey doesn't sound very fat at all. That's not impressive. Not a bit. Not a bit. Where are all my big fatties at? All my big fat fans ought to make me more videos of their big fat bodies. Big fat bodies. Definitely need to see more of my big fat fans' bellies. In future, if anybody insists that I show my belly, I'm gonna insist that they show me theirs. Oh, I think that's a good idea. And if you have to carry on and you want to see my belly, then you're going to have to pay for a custom video or to join my page. Pictures, videos on there. If I can figure out how to upload pictures. So I suppose a lot of maybe new people on this live stream, so I'm just going to show you real quick what I look like, my outfit and everything. If it'll stay. I'm taking off boots now though, because getting comfortable now. That's great. Oh no. That I would prefer to get money if I'm going to be showing people my belly. I would prefer to get money, but I wouldn't mind seeing people's bellies as well. But I kind of really need money. Oh, 10 people now. Skirt that I found. Yeah, it is. I'm glad you like it. It's my favourite. My favourite skirt. I really need more skirts like this. But I don't know where to get them from. They're quite expensive online. I've seen them online, but they're quite expensive. I'm a member of quite a lot of things. I hope you can update your Patreon. I will. I will try to update it as much as I can. It is updated to a certain extent. I have been posting more pictures of me and try and get videos on there if I can. It keeps asking for me to upload videos from Vimeo, something called Vimeo. I do have Vimeo, but it looks like a load of professional. I don't see anybody's crappy home videos in there. Really uploading videos there, when my videos are a lot more home video-y, crappy home video-y. There's like so professional like stuff. I can add music and I can add titles and I can add captions and I can do stuff like that, but that's about it. I do have an intro actually that I could use on my videos. but I don't know how to get it back because it was this person uploaded it to Facebook to show it me after they made it for me. But I don't know how to actually get it as a file on my computer so I could, you know, add it to my videos when it's being edited. So anyway, so I'm going to stop the stream now. I'll probably upload some more videos here soon. People have requested videos for money, so I'll be probably uploading them. If anybody wants to join my Patreon, it is in the description of the last live stream I did. Is in the description of that. The Patreon, the PayPal, and my email address isn't in that, but it is in other things, so you can get in touch by my email address. And my Instagram is Lady Rosewolf, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.